Good morning, or for some of us, I think it feels like good afternoon already. Welcome to Equality and Justice Day. This is the premier statewide LGBT Advocacy Day, and as the very proud executive director of the Pride Agenda, I'm thrilled to see so many beautiful and young faces here with us today. Thank you so much for waking up really early to make your voice heard in Albany. This year's theme is Many Communities and One New York, reflecting the diversity of our state, but the unity of our community. And I think that many of those communities are represented here today, but I might need your help with that. So is Rochester in the house? What about Long Island? All right. Who's here from the Capital District? What about Buffalo? Syracuse? And the North Country? All right, so the many communities are represented. So for some of us, perhaps today is the first time that you've ever lobbied in Albany. Perhaps it's the first time you've ever been to Albany. For many others, it's a reunion, or possibly it's a recommitment to fighting for justice and equality. But for all of us, this is a really special day. It's the one time each year when we come together as the LGBT community and our allies and meet with our legislators to demand the equal rights we know we deserve. We've made so much progress in the past few years, to anti-bullying laws, to increased presence in the media and on primetime. I mean, who didn't see Laverne Cox on Katie Couric? And of course, we won marriage equality here in New York just 3 years ago, and it is swiftly sweeping the nation. Congratulations to us all. It's remarkable how far we've come in our fight for equality and justice for New Yorkers. But we're here today because we're not there yet. We're not even close. In our state, it's still perfectly legal to fire or evict someone because they are transgender. 18 other states have already passed protections from discrimination on the basis of gender identity or expression. We are far behind. You heard from Assemblymember Gottfried about the support of GENDA in the Assembly. It has passed with bipartisan support 6 times now, yet the Senate has failed to even give the bill a vote. So it is our responsibility to tell our senators today that it is long overdue. This is the year that they must pass GENDA. We're also here to advocate on behalf of LGBT families. You heard from Assemblymember Amy Paulin about the Child Parent Security Act and the lengths that couples have to go to create their own families. Oftentimes, couples travel to states like West Virginia, Texas, and Florida, places that aren't the safest for those within our community to build their own families. And you'll hear from some speakers later today during the rally about the great lengths that they had to pursue to create their family because of New York's current second parent adoption law. So this is why we are also saying today we must pass the Child Parent Security Act. Right now in New York, it's still perfectly legal for licensed therapists to try to convert LGBT minors. Conversion therapy is reminiscent of days when providers believed that being LGBT was a disease. It's embarrassing to admit, but it's true. It's still happening in 2014. So we need you to tell your legislators today that it's important to protect our LGBT youth from conversion efforts and to pass this bill, because today we declare that we don't need to be converted or repaired or changed in any way. We are openly, proudly who we are, and anyone threatening this right to be freely LGBT has no place in New York State. So I need to address something. I need to get something off my chest. There's been something that's a bit of a buzzword here in Albany lately. There's ongoing speculation that some senators, in particular, are wary of passing bills that are deemed progressive. I've often heard that the LGBT community and the bills that we're advancing today are progressive, and I really just can't accept that. Does protecting someone from outright discrimination in their home and workplace sound progressive to you? Or ending dangerous conversion efforts that make us feel like we're living in the 1950s? Or securing legal guardianship for same-sex loving families? No. These issues, these experiences, these realities are not progressive. They are fundamental. Our lives will not be consumed by anyone's political agenda. We deserve equal treatment under the law. So remember, government works for you. We elect our leaders to represent us and champion our issues. So that's our job today, and it's really quite simple. Share your story and tell them politely what you want them to do for you, for us, for the many communities that represent one New York. When we come together and stand as one, we are incredibly powerful. When we raise our collective voice and demand change, we create a better New York for ourselves and those yet to come. Thank you so much for being here today. Together, we will achieve equality and justice for all New Yorkers. Thank you so much.